I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Strange feeling in the tower. I mean, it's the same tower.
One of the bodies in one of the towers
was actually a dummy.
No, it wasn't, you idiot.
No, that's wrong.
The tower itself goes up with the room.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Yeah, you opened the chess piece.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, the cuckoo clock.
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts that I... Yeah, you took parts from the body to fix the doorknob. Or door button.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Now you're turning on. Oh wow, your wannabe girlfriend that Lily's giving you daggers now, buddy. At least now she knows it's you.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
Very harsh indeed. Or it's not a joke.
You are joking, right?
It's all right. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
Nope.
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
Disappointing? You want him to be the killer?
I'm even more disappointed.
It's okay, buddy. I'm still your wingman.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
It moved with the room. The room itself's an elevator.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
Yeah.
The body moved to a different floor?
Because we moved to a different floor.
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
An elevator. A device like that? A device that teleports things to different floors in the same building? Or transports? I feel like I've seen that before. It's a freaking elevator! Alright, let's do... Don't be a spelling one. I couldn't spell this if I tried, but... It's elevator. I know that for a fact. So EL has got to be the first one, so... That's... There's L... There's an E. So I need EL. Not T. I need an L. Where's an L? Oh, there's an L. L. Nope. Okay, not that then. L. O. Not T. L. V. Okay, okay, L, V then, V, T, no. God! I hate how they just keep flinging left and right! It's elevator. I know how it's spelled, but... Well, I don't know how it's spelled, but... okay, retry.
We will never give up!
So, E-L-E.
You can't.
So I need E-L-E. So first is no, it's an O. That's an A. There's an E. And now I need an L. Leave those there for the time being. No, that's an O. There's an L. Then V. Then I need T. Or not. Elevate. Nope. God. T. And This is just going faster than it should. Oi! Oh, okay, elevate. There we go, elevator.
I got it! You must be talking about an elevator.
So obvious that no one got it.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Yeah.
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the room itself.
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room.
Exactly.
Right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
At a time.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
Yeah, like waiting for an elevator.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
That's a good... To throw us off, it's a fun trick room. Maybe that is the eggs as well.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
Just a little fun ploy by the bear.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
True.
Plus, Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
And it lost a door handle as well.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Aww.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Okay.
Why do we have to do that?
Because it's all we can do right now.
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
I don't know. The things that didn't change when we moved between the towers, the two towers. The inside of the building position. The colors? The floor? It should have been everything. They were all hung. They were all Nekomaru's parts. The one thing these all have in common, they were all on the floor.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
True.
And?
And
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
what? Oh, it changes color in that? There's something unique about the elevator? It's an elevator you can only enter one side at a time. Only the floor moves. There's no change. No, that ain't it.
Damn it!
Okay then, no, okay, that ain't it.
Damn it!
Only the floor moves? Or they can... Okay, no, it's only the floor. Why would it be that then? Only the floor moves.
I see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was.
Only the floor?
That's why we saw different doors in each tower.
Okay.
Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design.
Right.
And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but
It could just be
they're
a...
probably just for show.
Yeah.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
It's a fun house.
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified.
So we would think the two towers are one and the same.
It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Yeah, very twisted.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Wait, Monami made it?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
The bear did it?
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
Can we get back to the trial?
By the way, What does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
That's a good question.
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Okay.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Oh, yeah. Like you said, I couldn't possibly use the button to rip that bottom off, but seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the door handle. Even if we fix the button, Strawberry Hall's side, the door won't open as long as the chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower.
Right.
Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
Yeah, we would have.
And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth.
A little too early.
The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
Okay.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Just to mislead us.
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It might have.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
What is the ultimate weapon?
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
Okay, what is it?
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Why do you favor him? Oh, Kazui, buddy, you gotta learn when to fold them and learn when to hold them. And dude, it's folding time. She goes for the Gundam man.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically,
Yes,
right?
yes, he did.
If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
The same. I see. Now that you mention it, I clearly forgot about that moment.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
Yeah.
But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator.
Right.
And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator.
Oh, then it goes around. Remember the compass? It might have been going around in circles, so if it was going like 180 degrees, then the elevator goes vertically around like a spiral.
Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower.
No.
Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
It means that the elevator goes in a spiral.
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? The two houses are connected vertically. The positioning, yeah. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in the Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? It's like a roll. It's a spiral. It's a spiral elevator. Let's see. Contact elevator. Nagato's. Kazuki. Yeah, Kazuki's account.
If the two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What is with you two?
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Kazuki's
If
account.
the two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
I got ya. Thank you, Nagito.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Because Kajichi knows.
Huh? Me?
You had a compass.
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
There you go.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses,
It also rotated.
it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Uh-huh. Like a roller coaster.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Which we were in.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Yeah, it is.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
Which it does.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
Of course he's inhuman. He's a bear.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
See? He's got you there.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
Hey, don't call me a lowly human.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff.
The killer?
What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru?
Oh yeah, the ultimate
and
weapon.
how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
All those weapons.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh, it's the arsenal that's pretty much behind the final dead room.
Oh my. I can't believe I have to explain that now.
I kind of like this version of Nagito. He's just like, oh my.
As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon is? Six-sided, four-sided, five-sided, an octagon. Eight-sided?
I see!
Eight-sided.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
Oh yeah, I just remembered, like The Simpsons, Apu had octoplets.
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Quit bringing up my school life.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
That would be Strawberry House? A place befitting the name Octagon. It's possibly Great Tower. Or not.
Crap!
What am I looking for?
Crap!
I'm looking for 8 sides. Can I move around or... Did not mean to bring that up.
Crap! Crap!
Not there. It was on the first floor, but an octagon.
Here!
What the? I already clicked that!
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Yeah. I already clicked that as well.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Okay.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room.
Okay.
In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
An arsenal.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
Yes? No? Maybe? Question mark?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
What? Is it the hammer?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
The funhouse itself, okay. Oh, yeah, you know the layout that you could easily use as your own weapon.
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery.
Right.
And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
Seems like it.
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
And he's back to crazy. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer? Who did that? Things are getting interesting now.
Hiya!
With more Monokuma pop-up theater.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious stoofatly.
Hello. I hope your day is well.
It's an okay day. Thank you, Monami.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
Wow, you still have a mental state after all the punishment the bears put you through? Bravo.
My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy.
Okay.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Don't worry, I'm on a computer, so so it's fully plugged in.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I save as frequently as I can.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Neither did I.
Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
What? She starts off like, oh no. Oh well.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
It's Chiaki. She's too laid back.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is
Who the killer is.
the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
Yeah, but he's been acting weird ever since.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
There's a first. Usually he's like, whoever wants to kill me, go for it. Now he's like, I don't want to die.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
See?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Wow.
Retract?
Retract, rewind, take it back, whatever.
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
But it's not.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
Okay.
Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
Really?
I see.
That just the way he said, I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can.
Yeah, we're probably running out of time, aren't we, Bear? Woohoo! Yes, you are.
Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Just because he offered rabbit curry does not mean you get to have the curry.
Akane! You are drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
Okay, that's a good idea. How did they use it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Okay, yeah, that is a good idea. Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? I just noticed my health bar is so low. He was first tied the hell up, then dismantled, then he had a freaking large object bounced on his head. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it would have been the killer that used that whatever words. So, what was Nekomaru's cause of death caused by the elevator with a blunt object? No, that's not it, and I'm gonna die.
Crap!
Yep, and then I'm dead. Oh, I had to get out of the way eventually. I refuse!
We will never give up!
Okay.
I will sincerely...
Skipping all of that. Okay, so, cause of death. Falling?
I see!
That's it? I think he might have died from falling.
But how?
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected.
Yeah, but the door locks itself, doesn't it?
Then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
You know, I made plenty of Emperor's New Groove jokes whenever I pressed that button, like, push the button, Nekomaru, wrong button! Each time on both floors, and I never actually thought that joke would come back and be the cult of death. My god, I predicted the future.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
It's from Strawberry Tower.
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method.
He fell from the top, hit his head. That's how the ding happened. Then the tower fell. Oh, okay, maybe that's how it happened.
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
From Great Tower.
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Yeah.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Unless you force it open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
That's going a bit far.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
And I think your gut was right. Also, it might just be because you're hungry. If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm going to reach that... It's clearly... But... Alright, we gotta figure this out. The broken door knob, maybe?
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
That's right.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor?
That's true
As
as
long
well.
as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
I'm trying to think, what could it be?
When the elevator
Good
is
night,
on the
bud.
1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Nekomaru was fast asleep. He didn't move.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, after locking they moved the elevator from the 4th floor and made use of the...
Hold on, as long as there's a moving object inside.
Got it!
No, that's wrong!
Nekomaru wasn't moving. He was in sleep mode.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Exactly.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
Not at all.
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Would he?
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
Unless he was tied up. That explains the broken door handle and why he was all tied up. He was tied to the freaking back door, fell from that distance.
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
What the? What? Don't call my waifu a pest. That's right, she's one of my waifus. She's on the list. Chiaki is one of my waifus, so don't you dare.
Now you're calling me a pest?
Oh, you're calling him a pest. By all means, call him pest all you like. A way that contains the dropped... It's clear he was tied to the door. That explains why the door handle was broken off. Chiaki said seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? That is easy. It is the door handle. The broken door handle.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
No!
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yes, it is, or not.
Crap!
You arrange it a certain way.
The
You can
wire,
cause the drop
maybe?
within the elevator.
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time?
What about the oil on the floor?
Okay, I'm gonna try this. It has to be the hammer.
on the
I know.
floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
It did.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yes, it was.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop.
Like a noose.
If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Uh-huh.
That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor.
Okay.
With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
Oh my god, that's the most ridiculous looking image ever.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
And when he did, he hit the pillar, bong, and then that's how it fell over. That's what we heard, him falling.
Too easy.
What the? Come on, man, I've been your
what if
wingman.
they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Yes, you could.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall?
You loosen the handle.
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
But he's that damn heavy. Kazi. Okay then, broken doorknob, I guess. It broke.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Oopsie.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
I could think of several ways they could have
Doesn't
broken
mean
it.
someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
Yeah.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
That is
If he
true.
was sleeping, there's no way he could do that. Now's the time if you want to take back that. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Okay, what could it be then?
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
No.
If he was
hammer,
sleeping,
no.
there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the tip, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
I guess I gotta go broken door handle.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Or not that.
Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Or not that. Okay, weirdly enough.
Crap!
So it's
What?
not. It's
Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no
ringing
way he could do
clock?
that to himself.
Ringing clock.
But in that, you still won't be able to. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
What if he woke up to his alarm clock?
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Or not that.
Crap.
A ringing clock, it would woke him
Nekomaru
up.
should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Or not that as well. What the hell?
Crap.
I keep thinking I got it, but I don't.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Broken doorknob, no.
Nekomaru should have still been in
clock.
sleep mode, right?
Clock alarm?
If he was sleeping, there's no way he
Son
could do
of a-
that to himself. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain that moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Okay, alarm a lock timer.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep.
There we go!
Cut through those words.
I knew it was the alarm clock. I need to figure out the right wording with it.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
He would wake up, and then struggle, and then he would break off.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
An alarm.
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
You'd be squirming like crazy.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right?
Yes.
Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Uh-huh.
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Yes. He was literally hanging by a thread.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
No, it didn't.
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
It might have been.
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer doesn't exactly the doorknob to come off. That reason that even happened was because... In that case, I'll show you my full power! Which a force-fed Nekomaru put all his power into gathering the doorknobs with bare hands, but... Not yet. Here it comes. The entrance strong of 1,100%. Yeah! But wait! Isn't it crazy? If you break it off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. If that's really if that really was it, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest.
You're not a
No,
pest.
I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
You're not.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Oh, good lord. You know what? I'm done. I'm cleaning my hands of you. I'm done. Wingman out.
Danganronpa.